Today I'm taking a look at the WAVLINK USB 3.0 dual bay docking station. So we got some thumb screws so we can actually attach the hard drives to it. Got our power supply. This is 4 amp at 12 volts. And this is kind of neat. They actually gave us an adapter, so if you got a laptop like mine, you'll be able to plug the USB-A plug into the USB-C port. And we've got our data cable. And this is the dock. So the thing that makes this one stand out is these little flaps right here. So you actually got something that you can support that hard drive on. So with a traditional dock, if you're worried about that thing falling over and breaking the port, you're not going to have to worry about that as much with this. Additionally, we have slots cut in, so that's going to be good for venting. And this one is actually labeled target and source. So if you had one hard drive that you want to copy over and over, we could drop that in there. We could screw that in, and then we could just dump hard drives into here, copy them over, pull them out, and just keep on going. So you can make a semi-permanent dock for your main hard drive. Now, the other thing that makes this one stand out, we got 2 charging ports on here. So you could use this just for charging USB devices if you want to charge your phone or whatever. Another thing that makes us stand out is the fact that we don't even have to have this connected to a computer if we don't want to. So if we just want to clone a hard drive, we can put our source in here, target in there, press this button, and we will have an indicator right here to let us know the progress. We got 2 more USB data ports here, and we have a micro SD card reader and an SD card reader. So this is kind of a hub, a dock, a clone tool, everything all in one. And then there's our input for the data and the power. Okay, so let's check out the SD card. Okay, picked it up right away, and we will run a speed test. Okay, so for the best case scenario, sequential 1 megabyte, 8 process, 1 thread, we're looking at about 91 megabytes per second read and 75 megabytes per second write. For the worst case scenario, we're at 4K, 1 process, 1 thread, 4.61 for the read and 1.43 for the write. So that is acceptable for an SD card. So now I'm going to plug in a source drive, and we'll turn that back on. Cool, pick that up right away too. So let's do a speed test on that. Okay, so for the best case scenario, we got 441 on the read, 451 on the write. Worst case scenario, we got 22 and 39. So that is about what I would expect out of this hard drive if it was plugged directly into a computer. So that is an excellent speed for a dock. So if we're going to do a clone, we need to make sure that the target drive is going to be the same size or larger than the source drive. So I've got a 128 gigabyte drive there, and I've got a 1 terabyte drive here. So the large hard drive does have files on it. Doesn't really matter because it's going to completely erase that whenever we do the clone. I'm going to copy about 15 gigabytes worth of videos and pictures onto the source drive. And we can see we got the source and the target both lit up as well as power. So I'm going to press and hold until both lights flash. There we go. And press it again. So currently we are at 25%. I'm just going to let that go. Okay, so G has all the files that we want, and it appears to be listing them both as G, so we're going to go to Disk Management, and there we go. So it has the exact same size in that partition, so there we go. So now that is online, and that is showing all the same files. So let's, because now it's showing 117 gigabytes, we want to use the entire drive. Right-click on it, extend volume, and just keep hitting next. So there we go. We have a fully cloned hard drive with the full 1 terabyte of space. So that is a very cool tool.